Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Rozzario here for VeezaNation, and today we will be covering the quest and dungeon called Redfang the Unruled. And I'm standing here on my little airship. Yes, they are airships in the game, something I will explain in a later episode. Now, you can find this quest in the Stormreach Marketplace. The NPC Basil Tallbarrel will give you the quest, and then you may proceed on into the dungeon. Now, this is a level 3 quest, and if you do it at the appropriate level, you would find this dungeon not so soloable. But luckily, I'm level 5, almost level 6, so I'm soloing it on hard mode difficulty. This dungeon, I would say, is in medium length, so I wouldn't say it would be a very long quest to complete. It's no extreme challenge, but when done on a harder mode than normal, it can become a little difficult due to the traps. The objectives for this dungeon is simple. You will have to just destroy the giant spider Redfang and collect Redfang's silk glands. There's 5 optional things that can be completed in this quest, and those are as follows. The first optional thing you can do is acquire Venom's poison sac. Venom is an optional rare spawn brown spider, and Venom may appear on the 2nd level in the northern section of the room. Her Venom sac will garner a potion of Cat's Grace from Tallbarrel the quest giver when you exit. A second optional thing you can do is acquire Bowl's Stinger. Bowl is another optional rare spawn scorpion, and he may appear on the 3rd level just before the long hallway, and his stinger will garner a potion of fox cunning from Tallbarrel when you exit as well. Now, a third optional thing you can do is slay Goliath. Goliath is also a optional rare spawn, and he's a gargoyle, and he might appear on the 2nd level. He doesn't appear for me, but it's a random chance. But he will appear on the 2nd level in the southern section of that room. Now, a third or 4th optional thing you can do is slay Tarnish. Tarnish is also a rare spawn, and he may appear in the central east-west portion of the long hallway, so look out for that. I think my chicken just hollered. I do live on a farm, folks, so. But anyway, the 5th optional thing you can do is the 5th optional boss is found at the end of the dungeon, and it's a troll named Varagon, and he appears behind a secret door across from Redfang's chamber. Now, so look out for that secret door. Let's talk about things to expect throughout this dungeon. Like usual, traps. Some are fixed and some are undisarmable, or you cannot disarm them. They're going to happen if you like it or not. There's a point of no return, or no turning back, in this dungeon as well, and there's overlapping floors. Well, that's enough for now. Let's get on with the dungeon, shall we? Okay, here we are. Now, this is the very first hallway of the dungeon, and there is a fire trap, which you can see on the green bar indicated on the map overlay. If you hug the right hand side of the wall, you can avoid it, hopefully. Now I got hit by it. I fail to take my own advice sometimes. Alright, kill this spider. Now, coming down this hallway, you're going to see 2 cages. On the left hand side cage has a lever in it, and you're going to have to pull that lever to get into the next room. So we're going to go right here and pull the lever. And there we go. We're going to pull it right there. We go. Yep. Alright. Now we're going to hit. Now this next large room has a gate that leads downward. And remember what I said, this dungeon is overlapping. It means there's floors on top of floors. So to open this gate, you're going to have to pull 2 levers. The first lever is up that ladder right here. And we're going to run across here and get the lever. Now, you probably want to destroy those eggs, because they will hatch baby glass spiders, or they can explode, causing poison damage, and that will give you a -2 to your strength and a -2 to your constitution. But you will inevitably hatch some of these glass spiders, so just go ahead and make short work of them. And then the second lever is right up this ladder right here. We're going to climb it. Destroy these eggs. And even if you do destroy the eggs, sometimes the spiders will still hatch. So sometimes it'll kill them, sometimes it'll hatch. So we're going to pull this lever. Alright. Now, after doing this, you're going to head downwards. And then there's a room to the left and a room to the right. Now, the room to the left can occasionally house the Gargoyle Goliath, which is an optional rare spawn, which I talked about in the introduction. And for slaying him, you can get some, I think it's 15% bonus to base XP. Every optional thing you're going to do in this dungeon is going to give you an extra 15% bonus, so you can stack them up. Alright, now we're heading to the left side here, and you can slay this scorpion. And looks like Goliath didn't spawn, so I'll pick this collectible up and bust these eggs. Now, coming around this right hallway here, there's going to be a fire trap. And there's a little trick that I use to get past it. You see those barrels and those crates right there? I'll heal myself up a little bit and buff. If you jump up on them and run real fast, you can avoid the fire trap. Bust that egg, and then there's Venom. We're going to slay her. Now, you can pick up her stinger, which I evidently failed to follow my own advice, but you can pick up her stinger and take it to the when the quest is over, give it to the quest giver, and he'll give you an extra reward. You're going to need to pull that switch that I just pulled up this ladder, and the switch around the corner here to open up the door that leads even further down. Now, this is the point of no return, guys. So there's a rest shrine here. I recommend you may as well use it. I'm going to show you where. Right here. I'm going to show you what it looks like. And because you can't come back to it, you might as well just use it. I don't need it, so I didn't use it. There's a spike trapper right here, right before the door, so you're going to have to watch out for that. Alright, now we're just going to head on down. If you're wondering why I'm floating, it's because I've got featherfall boots on, and featherfall items are awesome. They're pretty much self-explanatory. You fall like a feather. And there's different types of featherfall items. You get rings and boots, etc. Just about every kind. Alright, now we're heading up here on to the third floor, and we're going to come to the right here, and we're just going to clear out all the monsters. There we go. Alright, kill that one, and we're going to come up this ladder here and kill this one over here, and kill the other one around the corner.
The high ground seems safer.
Alright, heal up a little bit.
The signal crystal is set in the wall. Perhaps it is tied to a door somewhere.
If you notice, there's narrated text, and that's the Dungeon Master's voice. That's the actual guy who created D&D. That's his voice, and he's in the majority of the dungeons throughout this game, which I think is awesome. Like the original creator. Alright, well, we climbed up that ladder there. We're going to hit this switch, and it's going to open a door to the left here. Now, there's a lot of levers in this area that you're going to have to hit and turn on and switch because they're required to make it through the dungeon. And we're just going to turn this lever on right here. First, I'm going to pick up this treasure bag. There you go. Alright, and some monsters will drop treasure bags, and they drop collectible items. And you can turn them into certain people throughout the world and gain some really cool items by doing that. Alright, if I ever get up this ladder. Now this room right here, the entire floor of it is filled with spikes. I didn't set it off, or my hireling didn't. And but first we're going to come in here and pull this lever. By that room that's filled with spikes, there is a collectible in the center of it. You can actually get it, but you got to be very careful because it is quite dangerous. There's so many spikes on the floor there. Alright. Now this next room we're coming up on after the spike room here is extremely dangerous without a rogue. It is filled with strength and constitution poison traps. We're going to hit this switch to get to it. And But if you follow the route I show you, you can make it through it fairly easily. We're just going to run around the corner here. Simple. Now, I don't take poison damage because I am a Warforged, and the Warforged race are immune to poisons, which is amazing. And they are the master race, in my opinion. Okay, now we're coming up here soon to where Bile, which is a scorpion, a rare spawn scorpion, may appear right here soon, and he will drop a stinger, and you can take that stinger and return it to the quest giver at the end of the quest and get an extra reward. Now, I noticed a chest up there in the corner. That is a random spawn chest. They have those throughout this game, which I think is awesome. And you can, I mean, just cool little fact that they have a random spawn chest. Alright, we're going to hit this lever right here. Alright, and we'll go up here, and we're coming up on the long hallway, and where Bile will occasionally spawn, and he will give you extra XP as you go along. So, alright, see, there's the spider. I'll kill it. Right here is where Bile will spawn, and you can pick up the stinger. He obviously didn't spawn for me, but that's okay. I've run this like 1,000 times already, it seems like. Alright, now this is the long hallway. There is 2 fire traps in it. I'm going to buff up real quick and give me myself some speed buffs and some bull strength. Heal a little bit. And the reason why I'm giving myself speed buffs is because I'm going to try and run through the fire traps, which I failed to do right there. Anyways, this is where the secret door is I mentioned in the beginning of the video to look out for, and it houses Varagon the troll. I made it through that fire trap, and which is right there on that wall. My character doesn't have a high enough search ability to even know that door exists, so I just head on to Redfang here, and I'm going to kill her and her random spider guards and finish them off. And there we go. And that's it. Pick up her silk glands, and you've got the quest completed. Very good. Now just run up this ladder here and grab the chest. And we'll kill these eggs and then grab the chest. And that's it, guys. That's the quest. And I hope you found this informative and helpful. And I want to thank you for watching. And feel free to thumbs it up, comment, etc. I've had fun with it, and like I said, I hope it was informative, and I guess I'm going to see you later. So this is Roz, signing out.